Hey guys, it's Jay of Jay by Grace. So excited for another kind of little mini message or message from me to you about a couple of things that God has placed on my heart, and I'm just so excited to share them with you. So first of all, as always, please don't forget to subscribe down below if you already have not. Share this video. Feel free to tell all your friends about it. I really just kind of want to share it with you and whoever else that you feel like to share it with. So let's just go ahead and get started. The title of my message today is called Puzzle Piece. So first of all, when you think of a puzzle, you think of, it comes in a box and then you have like a whole bunch of little pieces, and basically you have to put it together to form one bigger picture, one bigger kind of end result. So when I think of a puzzle piece, I kind of think of how God works when it comes to our life, when it comes to kind of the plans that he has for our life. As you all may very well know, I'm very much a planner. I love to kind of know what's going on. I love to kind of have an idea of how things are going to work out, how things are going to flow together. I'm very analytical, so when it comes to like, okay, I need step 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way through 10, please and thank you. If 5 is missing, I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Find, number 5, whatever. Fortunately and unfortunately, God doesn't always work that way. Something that I've learned is that with me being a planner, I also kind of like to control and kind of know and be able to have my hand in every aspect of what's going on in my life. And as I've grown in my relationship with the Lord, he's taught me and shown me, like, Jasmine, you can't, I am the one that you're supposed to rely on. I'm the one that you're supposed to lean on and just trust that things are going to happen. And I'm like, that's fine. I'm good with that. But can you just kind of let me know kind of just how you're going to do all of this? Because, I obviously have to trust you, but like, I don't, like, you got it. But can you just kind of tell me how you're going to do it? And God's like, no. Just trust and believe that I'm gonna do what I said I was going to do. I'm gonna provide for you. I'm gonna, make sure that you have everything you need and give you the desires of your heart and all of those things. And I'm like, but can you just tell me a little bit, please? Maybe. And so he's really kind of dealing with me in that. I know the other day I was on my way to work and I was feeling so flustered. I was so just irritated, frustrated, very kind of frazzled. I had woken up late and I just, was really trying to figure out, just different things that were going to happen with me at work and other areas of my life. And I just kind of was just like, ugh, I don't like not knowing. I don't like not knowing. And I really kind of had to pause and say, okay, you know what? You're frustrated because you want to control it. You're angry because you don't know. You're angry because you have to rely on something outside of yourself. Because the way that God gives it to us, sometimes he'll give us number 2 and then maybe number 7 and then maybe number 14 and then maybe number 1 and then maybe number 6. And it's like sometimes it's out of order, but it's not out of order. His order is a lot greater and a lot more magnificent, a lot bigger than what we think. And so it's hard for us kind of to grasp, because like in our head it's like, okay, you told me that you were going to do X, Y, and Z, but from my perspective, I don't see how I will even get from A to W. How am I going to do that? And we have to really just rely on him and trust and say, okay, God, you know what? I obviously can't do anything about this right now. I obviously, kind of have to just sit and pause and give you the reins, give you the full run of my life, because you are the author and finisher of my faith. You already know everything's going to happen in my life. You created all things. You're able to do all things. So I have to just kind of stop and let you be God. And it's something that I'm still working on to this day. It's something that I, will continue to work on and continue to ask God to deal with me with, or deal with me about, because it's hard. It's not easy. I'm very independent. I was raised to be independent, to take care of myself, to handle my business, and I was also raised to lean on the Lord. And I think that sometimes I try to put my independence over top of what, trusting and leaning on God, and it comes back to me, and then I end up frustrated, or feeling confused. Confusion is not of God. So anytime you're feeling confused, maybe you should just kind of pause and stop and say, okay, God, obviously I don't know, so I'm gonna do what I know, and then everything else I'm just gonna trust and leave up to you. That's ultimately just what he wants you to do. He wants you to kind of just, you know, take your hands off the reins and release and say, okay, I'm relinquishing, I'm giving up, you know, the things that I can't handle. One of my really good friends, she has a blog, Lauren Relinquished, and hey Lauren, and I love that, because relinquish is to give up and to allow God to really take hold and to do, you know, what he said he was going to do. And when you relinquish and when you let go, it's like, okay, I'm going to stop trying to control everything. I'm going to stop feeling like I have to know, because God ultimately is the author. He takes things that look one way and completely flips them in a way that you would have never imagined. And it's solely because that's just who he is. And you have to just trust and know that he's got you. I know certain aspects in certain areas of my life where certain situations have happened to me, and I'm just kind of like, oh. And God had told me, like, you know, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do this. And I'm kind of like, all right, well, all right. Even though, like, in my heart, I'm kind of like, I don't know how you're going to do this. I don't know how you're, like, you know, I don't see it. But God just kind of like, all right, that's cool. Just know that I'm going to do it. Just watch. And the way that he did it has just blown me away every time. And it's amazing to know that we serve a God who, you know, can make a way out of no way, or can do all things. And I encourage you, if you're kind of like me and you can have controlling issues, or, you know, you not even controlling issues, but you just like to know, or you like to, you know, have your hand in everything. God needs to be your ultimate source. God needs to be your ultimate, you know, your first go-to when it comes to things, the first source of your answers. And if he doesn't answer immediately, just, okay, God, obviously right now I'm not supposed to know, or I don't know how you're going to do this, but I know that you will, because you made me a promise that you would supply all of my needs, that you would be a lamp to my feet and a light into my path. So you're going to direct me, and you're going to bring everything together, even when I'm like, I don't know how you're going to do this. I challenge you to really seek him out and really ask him to show himself to you, and in a way that you'll know that it's him, and that you'll know that he exists, because he is real, and he's amazing, and he loves you. So that's just a couple of words from me. I really appreciate your time. Again, please don't forget to subscribe. I pray you have an amazing week, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Leave comments below, questions, concerns, anything like that, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.